and it cannot go on any longer.
Hang it up. Flat screen.
I would have dragged you regardless. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be discussing Jaclyn Hill's new collaboration with Morphe because I'm quite curious. Okay, let me just start off by saying I believe this collaboration is going to do very, very, very well. I don't know why I believe it's going to do well because Jaclyn's last few collaborations have not, but I actually believe this collaboration is going to do very well. Will I be buying it? No, but I have come to a new space. I think it's kind of mean to keep telling Jaclyn Hill stans they shouldn't buy her stuff. If you want to buy Jaclyn Hill's stuff, go ahead and do it simply because, first of all, y'all buy worse. And number two, some of y'all really like her. Like, I just think a lot of you really like her. And therefore, when we tell y'all not to buy her stuff, I think you guys' feelings are a little hurt. Like, I think you guys are like, oh, but I like her and I want to buy. If you want to buy Jaclyn Hill's stuff, do not let us deter you from it. Is it strange to buy Jaclyn Hill stuff? Yes, a little bit, but don't be feeling away if you want to buy Jaclyn Hill stuff. I keep saying, don't buy her stuff. Y'all stupid if y'all don't buy her stuff. Don't feel that way. At least Jaclyn, there's people who've been calling y'all they've been calling black people a lot of things and people buy their stuff. So don't feel bad if you're one of the people who keep buying Jaclyn Hill stuff, because that's one thing I do want to point out. There are people who have done terrible things on this here YouTube whose stuff sells out every time they drop things. Therefore, why the heck are we sitting here getting mad at Jaclyn Hill stans when not only have they said terrible things, but their stuff also has been faulty and no one's telling people not to buy his stuff. So we're not going to do that with Jaclyn fans. Be like, don't buy his stuff. He do this, but y'all sitting here with all types of stuff from y'all little dude. That little dude over there, that guy over there, y'all sitting there with all types of stuff from him. And yeah. So no, we're not going to sit here and get on Jaclyn fans for that. But let's talk about the collaboration and what's going on. So this is the palette. This is the new Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe. I have thoughts. Number one, why does Jaclyn keep putting out products with Morphe? Like, why is that still happening? Is she putting out products with Morphe because she doesn't believe her brand can carry its own palette? I believe if Jaclyn Hill put out her own palette with her own company, I believe that would do well as well. But she put out lipsticks and those highlighters and stuff and those powders, and I'm confused why she didn't do a palette with her company. So now this is where I put on my tinfoil hat. And I used to never consider the conversation when people would talk about what stakes does Jaclyn have in Morphe, and does Morphe own Jaclyn's company and all this stuff. And I still don't know where all of that what all that is about. People who really get into the investigation side of YouTube can give you that better than me. But I do think it's kind of interesting that she continues to do things with Morphe, because it's girl, do you not want to build your own brand? And it'd be one thing if Morphe was popping, but I said on Twitter, who's buying Morphe stuff? If you're not buying Morphe's cheap brushes, because I'm using a cheap Morphe brush today. And if their setting spray is amazing. I don't care what no one says. When Morphe did something with Jeffree Star, I decided to boycott Morphe, but I'm not boycotting their setting spray. I do not care. That setting spray, boy, they was in a duffel. They was in a Birkin bag when they created that setting spray. That setting spray is so freaking good. Am I the only one? Am I the only? So I can't let that go. I'm sorry, but I'm not buying no other. I don't see what else Morphe is giving you. Is Morphe cheap? Sure, sure, Morphe is cheap, but cheap makeup adds up. That's the biggest lie that people say. But it's cheap. But cheap makeup adds up. And then we gotta have the conversation. I'm gonna use Jaclyn Hill's palette today for the sake of fairness. Do y'all see how dirty this is? Whoever decided the little white thing was amazing, This can't happen anymore, you guys. Do you guys see this palette? Do you guys see all the colors I've never touched? Like, I stay up here. This is me. This is me right here. This is the oops, I just put my finger in that. This is the palette I should have gotten. I should have gotten a 9-pan palette for these right here, because this is all that I use. I'm not touching these. I did one look with this that came out so ugly. That's why it looks like this. I did one look with this color right here and it came out really ugly and I took it off my eye. I remember when I got this palette, I did that. Who needs these many shadows? This is a 35-pan palette. Who needs 35 pans of shadow? Asking for a friend. I'm really asking for a friend. Who needs this much shadow? This isn't realistic anymore. This was cute and like, you know, Morphe came out with their stuff. Let's say, I think Morphe's like best days were like in 2016. Like 2016 is like premium Morphe. Like premium Morphe was like 2016. Like everyone really wanted these big palettes. You wanted to feel like you were an artist or whatever. But this don't make no sense no more. This don't make no sense, because the other day I was looking through this. You can see the ones that have never been touched. Never been touched. So why am I sitting here with 35 pans of shadow? I'm not a traveling makeup artist. You're a traveling makeup artist. This is perfect, but the average person is not. So what would we be doing with this much makeup? I just need 9. This isn't realistic. So that's why I don't understand why people would be buying Morphe shadows. If like, and then let's be honest, this is the best Morphe has ever done. This right here is the best thing Morphe has ever put out, because you can say what you want about Jaclyn, but it has all these fingerprints and foundation on it, because this is a good palette. And that's why I say her palette is going to sell, because people still have the hopes and dreams that that they will get champagne pop this palette type Jaclyn. But we got to go off history. We have to go off history and realize she ain't putting nothing out that hit like that in forever. Like, that's just not the Jaclyn we've been getting. We haven't been getting the Jaclyn who puts out products that are that good. So I don't think y'all gonna get that. But the vault. We have to talk about the vault. The vault is where I do kind of have to fault people for buying Jaclyn Hill. If you buy this palette, I gotta fault you. Number one, I didn't even tell you guys my opinions on the palette. The palette is beautiful. The palette is very beautiful, only because y'all know this is right up my alley. Y'all know I'm a purple and pink girl, and those oranges, it's calling my name. And I haven't found a really good orange. ABH and her Pro palettes has an orange in it, though I think it's the volume 2, or maybe it's the volume 3. And I don't think that orange works very well. And so it would be nice to have a good orange. And she has some orangey things going on in there, but I can't do it. After the Vault palette, I can't do it. I can't reward mediocrity, right? We can't reward mediocrity. We can't reward people for doing next to nothing and then giving us cheap stuff and then be like, but I'm still gonna buy their stuff because it might be as good as this. I'm comfortable. By the way, I don't hate Jaclyn. None of you have ever said I hate Jaclyn, but I want to be very clear. I bought this just purely off the strength of loving Jaclyn Hill. I loved Jaclyn Hill. I still see Jaclyn Hill having a redemption story, because I am not the type of person who is like, you can't be redeemed. You're not allowed to be redeemed from being mediocre or putting out bad things. I believe Jaclyn Hill can be redeemed, and because of the entire the fact that y'all support the likes of Jeffree Star and things, I don't even think it's a bad thing for her to be redeemed. Y'all support people who have done way worse than Jaclyn. And Jaclyn Hill is going on her redemption tour. She's going on the redemption tour, hoping that people forgive her and all those things, and that's fine. That's 100% fine. I don't care. I don't have stakes in whether or not you guys buy Jaclyn Hill's palette or not. That's something that I think a lot of people like, oh, people are gonna, I don't care if people buy Jaclyn Hill's new palette. I really don't. And I understand why you would. Morphe is cheap. Morphe is the only person putting out the quality of stuff they're doing. I guess and Juvia's Place, but whatever. Who are putting out the quality of stuff. And some people still want palettes. I'm going to keep doing this because I want you guys to understand how literally outrageous this is. This is outrageous. I still don't understand how we ever let this happen. How did we let this happen? How did we let people continue to come out with palettes that are this big? Who gave them the right? How did we give people the right to give us palettes that big? We thought this was okay, and there was a whole trend of palettes being this big, some bigger than this. Look at the James Charles palette. Who wants that? And that's why anytime you see people doing an anti-haul on YouTube, they're talking about the James Charles palette. It's too big. It's not the quality. I heard nothing but good things about the quality of the palette. It's too big. And when you're doing makeup, I do makeup in videos, and I still don't reach for this. And this is the biggest palette that I own, I believe. I definitely didn't buy the James Charles palette. Yeah, this is the biggest palette that I own. I'm not about to sit here and fool around with a palette that big. It's too freaking big. I think Morphe needs to rebrand. And figure something out. And another thing we have to talk about, this is all over the place, but it's like a get ready with, y'all should know if I'm sitting here, the get ready with me's are going to be all over the place. I'm just running through my thoughts. Jaclyn Hill isn't a YouTuber anymore. Like, we just have to admit that Jaclyn Hill isn't a YouTuber anymore. And I know I hear a lot of things about how Jaclyn Hill, I've said it, Jaclyn Hill only comes to YouTube when she wants to sell y'all something. It's the truth. It doesn't matter how sad the story is. It doesn't matter what the story is. Jaclyn Hill is only going to come on here to sell y'all products. She's not coming on here for nothing else. If she is coming out with a product, that is the only time y'all will see Jaclyn Hill's face. Jaclyn Hill isn't a YouTuber anymore. And so we have to have the conversation about what are people's life post YouTube. Like, do we allow people to still use their audience? Or not allow, they can do whatever they want. Do we judge people for still using their audience even though they don't communicate with their audience anymore? It's a very interesting topic because every time Jaclyn Hill does come on here to sell y'all stuff, y'all seem to get upset and y'all are like, oh, you're only here. Jaclyn Hill's coming out with product, but we have to be fair because there are celebrities who only start YouTube channels, who only start talking to their fans when they got something to sell. So we got to see, where are we going to put the goalposts? Like, are we going to let people move past YouTube but still use their YouTube channel to make other I'm not even going to do the word, to start making other money, to do other things? Are we going to let people do it? And I think we have to understand that Jaclyn is post YouTube. It's post YouTube Jaclyn. Jaclyn don't need to do makeup looks to pay her bills. And I don't think YouTube is something most people want to do for the rest of their life. For a lot of people, it is a means to an end. And she reached that end. But do you still, if you've decided you reached that end, do you still get to still use your audience? I don't know. It's a very interesting conversation. But I also don't like when people bring up Jaclyn Hill's weight, her divorce. Some people are really mean to Jaclyn Hill. I'm going to say it. Some people are really mean to Jaclyn Hill. Sometimes when I do videos on Jaclyn Hill, people will be in the comments and they'll call her like all types of names. And I'm just like, does Jaclyn Hill deserve that? Y'all don't do that to other people. Another thing, that when this palette comes out, something's going to be faulty. Number one, everyone is looking to see Jaclyn Hill fail. I'm looking to see, does this, you guys, come on. Come on, I'm dark skinned, and look at how I'm in the Jaclyn Hill palette. Look at how this color showed up. Like, we just got it. These are the easiest to work with shadows. I mean, they slide. They slide in a good way. Like, they lather on. The Jaclyn Hill palette from Morphe, the first one, a work of art. At this price point, you gotta give it to her. They're not patchy. Like, I don't know what happened on Vault. I know what happened on Vault. Them wasn't the same shadows as these. We know they were scamming. They were scamming over there. They were scamming at Morphe. I believe they were scamming at Morphe with the Vault palette. And that's the problem with Jaclyn. She's such a scammer. Jaclyn Hill is such a scammer. So you never know what to say. You never know what to do. Like, that's why you know the minute she comes back to her channel, she's trying to sell something, because Jaclyn Hill is a scammer. Jaclyn Hill is just and she's good at it. She is so good at Jaclyn Hill will sell y'all anything, and she's so freaking good at it. She's so good at it. I don't know. But yeah, I think that people are unnecessarily mean, but what I am curious to see, like I said, remember when I made that video about how the conspiracy theory palettes or whatever those were called, they were falling apart and no one had anything to say, and it had all types of bristles and all types of things in it, and y'all didn't have nothing to say? I'm curious to see who's going to say something. You can't be, you people who support the likes of Jeffree Star and all those people can't be upset when her stuff start falling apart. Yes, this has happened one too many times, and I get that, and 100%, but you can't be upset when y'all had so much to say about other people. And by the way, my issue with Jaclyn Hill is how Jaclyn Hill handles situations. Jaclyn Hill does not handle situations well. She doesn't handle critique well. She doesn't handle any of it well. I think if Jaclyn Hill knew how to handle certain things, things would be totally different. But the way that she handles people saying things about her, the way that she handles when things go wrong is the problem with Jaclyn Hill. So if she handles this situation, it's so funny. We're already clocking on something being wrong. We're already clocking that something ain't gonna be right because it's Jaclyn Hill. It's Jaclyn Hill, and something ain't always right over there. Something ain't always, like, something is always wrong. I hate going through my brushes to find stuff. Something is always wrong over there in Jaclyn Hill land. So, this is my takeaway. I think the palette is beautiful. It's up my alley. I don't purchase from Jaclyn Hill. That is my take. I don't purchase anything with Jaclyn Hill's name on it anymore. I don't trust it. I don't trust that quality is up to par. I don't trust that it's gonna be, it's not gonna be dirty. I don't trust that it's not gonna have rat feces. I don't trust that she put her all into it. I don't trust that I'm not getting scammed. And even if I am getting scammed, I don't want to feel like I'm getting scammed. But if you want to buy this palette, I would say wait until people who get it in PR do videos on it. That's it. Just wait so you don't waste your money. And then you're good. I don't think it's bad that people want to buy the palette. It's cheap. It's a Morphe palette. And, you know, if you want to support Jaclyn, do. But I personally can't after Lipstick Gate. After Lipstick Gate, I gotta let it go. Anyways, look at me. I did a whole look. The eye look could be better, but, you know, we're here. We are here. I always gotta make sure, you know, stuff blended right with my neck and everything. Okay, it's good enough. Y'all know me. I will come out with a mismatch foundation in a minute. I don't care. I feel cute. By the way, this Fenty setting spray is a lie, and that's actually a good thing. When it was said it was dewy, I was like, who wants a dewy setting spray? I do. I love looking dewy. Like, I love looking like how I'm looking right now, but I only look that way because I use this. This actually isn't dewy. I don't know if this is not dewy at all. This puts on like a regular setting spray, like a regular schmegular setting spray, and it's really, really good. It's really, really good. What else? I bought the Pat McGrath, glosses. I think I'm going to use one today. So I'll come back with the final look in a second. Okay, this is my finished look. I hope this conditioner in my hair. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's all over the place, but my get ready with me's are supposed to be all over the place. It's just my, you know, what I'm thinking about, what's on my head for the week. I love you guys so much. And if you want to see more of me, hit me up on Instagram, Patreon, and Twitter at As Told by Kenya. Instagram is As Told by Kenya _. All my links will be in the description bar. I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. And if you want to buy the Jaclyn Hill palette, don't feel like you letting me down. Get the palette. It's a cute palette. And let's be fair on Jaclyn, but let's also think about the fact that she has scammed us the past few times. Just saying. Just saying. I love you guys so much, and I wish her nothing but the best with her health and everything. That was really sad to see and hear. I just got the little clips from people, what happened in the video that she put out. So that's really sad if like everything people said is correct. I really hope everything is okay with her. I wish nothing but the best for Jaclyn Hill as far as her health and everything. So yes, I love you guys so much, and bye-bye.